Welcome to Strategic Command, World War II strategy game. Going to play Storm over Europe, 1939. I'm going to play as the Axis, of course, and we're going to play it on intermediate difficulty. I played this game a little bit, and we're going to play as the Axis in World War II on the standard settings with intermediate. Most guys like to use the NATO symbols. I can't help it. I like tanks and ships and stuff, so I'm going to go with the 3D units. We're going to go with fog of war, weather, retreats, all that good stuff. So I played this game in its original iteration. Well, there's been a few of them of Strategic Command series. I've played a little bit of all of them. They're a great game. The AI for this particular game is very good. It tends to throw, when you play on intermediate, just tends to keep throwing a lot of enemy forces at you. So we've got a report on Axis war aims. We are finally Panzers in the ground, Luftwaffe in the air. It's time. Okay, we're going to win. I love World War II as a time frame because there's, especially when you're playing strategic games and trying to get a different result than the historical result. This particular game can be difficult, and there's some other things about this game that some of the critics don't like, which is the long lag in between turns where the AI just takes forever to get its turn done. Some of the nice features is you can zoom out of the screen and kind of get a far away tactical view, or excuse me, strategic view of matters. What we're gonna try to do here is, I think my basic strategy right off the bat is, obviously we're gonna try to knock Poland out of the war ASAP, but we want to get money as quickly as possible so that we can upgrade. And I want to upgrade. I see some of our infantry's already upgraded. Units with three infantry figures, that's going to be a corps, and then units with 4 infantry figures, that's an army. That's one of the things I like about this game. I prefer using the 3D units over the NATO symbols for this reason and this reason only. I can look at the units and go, okay, that's a 19. I mean, that looks like a Panzer II. Looks like a Panzer II. So it's early war stuff. And as you develop the tanks, they change design and look more like the World War II stuff for the appropriate period. So let's get the Battle of Poland started here. We're gonna start off, I think, there we go. Yeah, keep that rolling. And it's been a while since I played this game, so let's just hit this infantry 1 and 3 and 0 and 3. Let's hit this. Enemy interceptors can pull in, and then your escorts will join in the fight, and then you'll do damage to them. They may do damage to you. They don't. We still do damage to them. I'm sure there's good. Oh, nope. I thought there was going to be another unit there. Tanks are unique in that they can get 2 attacks per turn. Alright, I want to get this started. Took some casualties there. And we're gonna drive right from Warsaw. Oh, we'll get to Moscow. I should have hit that with the aircraft first. Whoops. That was a mistake because this guy could move forward and endanger my aircraft. Well, I know this is risky because I just put a headquarter unit in between my fighter aircraft and the enemy infantry, but they're so depleted, I don't see that being a problem. shoot. That's a bummer. Some motorized infantry. Oh, we look. I think I've already used them. In fact, I know I have. So far, putting a good hammer on these poles, but I just cut them off. No point in. Should have moved there, right there. That's a better. And you can tell like what units. What the units that your HQ is commanding by taking a look at the units that are highlighted in green. All right, let's see what else we got going on here. Do I have any money? Purchasing of units is done up here. Tells you sorry, it's been a while since I played this game. How much production points. That's your money right there. So Germany has 50 and Italy has 110. And if you get into some of these routes here, the blue routes are Axis supply routes, I think, if I recall correctly. And then you've also got these routes out here, these white routes here, which are Allied supply routes. If you hang around in the Allied supply routes, you do some damage to their ability to supply. I've got a Sea Raider out here in a U-boat, so I'm going to move them into this supply route this turn. So I start doing some damage to their supplies. Nah, it's too close to Scapa Flow. What I want to do is get these guys out here. I'm going to leave this fleet here until I need them. That's a garrison unit. Single unit's a garrison unit. So, I mean, we're driving through Poland pretty good here in the turn one. I don't really think there's any much more to do. Oh, got to go get to Italy here. So Italy, you're basically in a. Let's take a look at what's going on in Africa. Can I reinforce these guys? Nope. What about these guys over here? Nope. Get these subs up. And then, you know, as the battle progresses, as the war progresses, there's effects on national morale, et cetera, that affect your ability to fight the war. You know, as morale gets worse, you're really got to take that into consideration, because as when your morale gets too low, you'll reach a breaking point, and then you know, your country will collapse. In most cases, when you're attacking countries, I think that's all of our money. Yeah, Germany's got 15, Italy's got 3, so your money's over here on the left-hand side up here. So as soon as your morale starts to collapse, and you lose a lot of national morale when you lose naval units, and you gain it when you take out enemy units too as well. So okay, I think that's about it for Germany for this turn. We've got 50 bucks to spend. Let's take a look really quick and just see what we've got going as far as diplomacy and research. I might be able to do something on diplomacy. Who do I want to join the Axis? A leaning allied. What I really want to do is try to trip people getting into the war faster. Romania is at 60. Spain is at 12. Finland's at 20. Who do I need to get into the war on this side of the Axis quickly? Yugoslavia. Let's go Yugoslavia. Yep. So, you want to affect the war as far as diplomacy and try to push parties to join the war on your behalf. If I could get Yugoslavia to join the Axis, that'd be huge, because then we get this nice area here. We're centralized, and these areas are generally going to join the Axis, so we're going to have this area too, and then it makes it easier on the Italians, who just then have to take out Greece with some German help, of course. I have not done well anytime I played this game playing in Africa, so I might go for it this game. We'll see. I'm just going to let the war develop as it's going to develop at the moment, because we're so early in. But what we want to do as far as, okay, we go to purchasing. We want to build the German armored corps up, their tanks. There's 4 available tanks. We want all our tanks in action. We want to get a couple more generals on the field so we control more units. And we want to do that. And then we want to... These are the items that are coming up in production as the war goes on. And as you buy units, it puts them in the production queue. It takes a little while for them to get into the production queue, which is kind of a neat feature. Research becomes really important too. So we want to get to work on... We want advanced tanks as soon as possible, so we can get our tanks up to, I want super tanks. Germany, we want to get into, we're gonna fight Russia. The other thing we want to try to, if we could get a chance to take out England, we want to want to do that too. But let's just see how the war develops first. And that's basically, we want to work on. My thought process here is we're gonna go for tanks. We want to stick with advanced subs. Once artillery's gotten it, that's all you need. Rockets are great. You know, also I like is over here. Logistics, production tech. Each level research decreases unit cost. Logistics, your operational movement goes on. This industrial tech though is good. It increases your collection of MPPs, your money. So it's basically, mobilizing the war effort. Infantry warfare important too. Well, infantry weapons is really what you want. Want that second level of infantry weaponry. So that's some of the things we're going to try to invest in as the game goes on. Let's get rid of the first turn. Yes. Polish morale suffers from battlefield losses. We want to knock Poland out as soon as possible. Leaguers, paratroopers, could be a later stage invasion or an early attack on France. Deploy understrength now, or let it complete training. No. So we're gonna. Yeah, we're gonna do a no. We'll let that unit come at full strength, and it's worth the extra 50 MPPs. Really struggled in this game learning how to use air units. So if you have an idea of how air units are supposed to be using, great. I'm all for suggestions. And now we go through the United Kingdom declares war on Germany. That's because we invaded Poland. Kattegat. Anybody watches Vikings? It's a great show. France declares war on Germany. Of course you did. One of the things you want to watch out for too is, like, you've got the German Navy. It's not very big, and the AI is smart enough to know British industry. Okay, they're starting. The French Navy, the AI is smart enough for whatever reason, they'll throw the French Navy right at you because they know they're going to lose it. It's a use it or lose it type deal. Yeah, the problem I have is I've struggled being able to invade England. I just never have the resources available to do it. I always have tons of stuff at the channel, but I just can't get it across and can't work it. And each time I've done it, it's been too hard for me. I'd love to get a chance to take a shot at Sea Lion. I spent some time in London at the Imperial War Museum. It was very cool. Yeah, this game is definitely plagued by some really long times in return. Lower left-hand corner tells you what the Allies are doing and what they're thinking. Let's get a little closer view if we can. Yeah, they're trying to protect Warsaw at this point. And the other thing we have to make a decision about is once we take out Poland is, how aggressive do we want to be with Russia early in the game? Because you can be more aggressive with them with regards to Poland and with regards to the to Lithuania, the countries, the Baltic states up here. And you can get too aggressive. Lithuania, Latvia. There's one more. But what I'd like to do is, I think this is the end of their turn. What I'd like to do is just let's get Poland out of the way tonight, and then, or today, evacuation of Polish destroyers to the UK. Great. And then we've got a little bit of time to start making some good decisions. Staff looking at the question of invading Great Britain, investing in air power to knock out the Royal Air Force, investing in amphibious warfare tech, preparing airborne forces to drop on English soil in conjunction with the invasion, using the Kriegsmen and U-boats to escort the invasion force, securing a port so that supplies to be a high-risk operation, like face awakening pro-war in the USA and USSR, both would be alarmed with the implications of successful invasion. Okay. What else you got for me? Okay, I think we're on. Alright. Let's use our air power here to see if we can get into that unit right there. So it uses that Stuka up. got one more unit here. Stuka. We can get rid of him. Okay, at least it revealed that guy. Let's get rid of him. Okay, now I've got my armor to go here. Okay. Oy. Well, I'd like to get that armor in the fight here. Trying to get Poland ready to collapse next turn, so I want to. That's a bummer. Aye. That's gonna be it. I wish I had another attack available there. We do, but I just don't have any where to hit with that unit. Take a look at our naval units out here. Just sub up here in this. Let's head this way. Let's mess with Canada. reinforce you. Okay, what kind of money do I still have? 218 still. Just right-clicking on the unit, you can select reinforcements. And here I'm just reinforcing the west wall. Just because we'll need these troops to be reinforced by the time the war starts. We have 153 left still in the bank. Let's move these fighters and bombers a little bit closer. And I think that's going to do it for this turn. Can I upgrade my sub yet? Nope. Alright, let's go take a look at our research. We got 153 in the tank, so can't do infantry. And these are starting to come along a little bit. Command and control. Decreases unit cost by 5%. So you get up to 25% cheaper units. Sub? No, I don't want any of that. No. You can increase it to double it up. Where's my advanced tanks? That's what I really need. I gotta buy that as soon as I have the money. I'm gonna save a little bit this time. Let's close. And we'll end that turn. Way to go, Red Army. Yeah, at the beginning of the war, that's one of the things when you're talking about World War II, it's like everybody talks about how horrible the Germans were for invading Poland, but the Russians, the Soviets, were happy to oblige and invade Poland from the east and drive west. Canada declares war. Well, you're going to get a rude awakening, Canada. And, you know, the Russians drove right into Poland, too. Right after the Germans started, because they had I think it was the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact was going on. Basically split Poland up. And interestingly enough, you know, the Allies were really quick to join to start the war against Germany due to the fact that they invaded Poland. But nobody said a word. I mean, you know, what was the Allies' stance? I mean, you don't hear about the Allies' big stance or reaction to the Soviets invading Poland. That just get forgotten. I don't get it. Yeah, the Frenchies are getting ready for. They're getting ready. The AI in this game is quite good. It's just too bad it takes so long for it to go. One of the things that's a challenge in this game is that after you knock out Poland, is starting to move all your resources west to get ready for the invasion of Poland. Or excuse me, the invasion of France. Of course it does. I'd like to, you know, take these guys out this turn. But I really enjoy this game, and then I also like the Strategic Command World War I scenario as well, which I'm definitely going to play. I'm definitely going to put it on YouTube and play that game as well, because I've played that a couple times. Really enjoy it. It's fun to play either side. It's just a slugfest, and that's what makes it fun. So, okay. Good deal. Send U-boats and service to target supply convoys. Was well to mine the ports of Halifax and Sydney in Canada. Okay, we're on it. Let's get rid of Poland first. This game is really pretty for a top-down. All right, what got going on here? We get 0 and 0, but we would definitely hurt their entrenchment level. Okay, we could do this. We could. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit you there. Hitting the Polish here. Let's see if we can't take out a bunch of their units before the get our troops some experience. Oh, come on. There we go. See, you see that 250 national morale bonus. We've already got. Oh, I would have liked to. There we go. Nice. These guys, I might be able to get 2 attacks on them and take them out. Come on, get him. Aye. Got him. There we go. Ooh, I would have loved to have gotten at that aircraft there. Oi. So I'm already trying to start moving our units west. Poland is definitely done. So it's time to start getting guys on rail lines and getting them heading west. Because every move we can make that gets them farther west quicker, gets us ready for the invasion of France faster. We're going to leave, of course I'm going to leave some units behind and probably an HQ just in case there's a problem with the Russians, but you know, this is the time to start moving your units. Okay, that takes care of all these units over here. Hope we can move them. Whoa, 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 whoa. Can I undo that? I guess I can't. That was a mistake. That was real bad. Give me a 372. Let's do the research on advanced tanks. Let's get that rolling. And then let's get, we've still got 172 left. Let's close that. Let's get the diplomacy going with Yugoslavia. Yep. Yep. So I think, how many chits? We got 2 chits remaining, and then Italy's got 141. Oops. Let's do Italy. Already down to 66 just by reinforcing that aircraft. You know, Italy, you're going to spend your money just getting your there. That's the Air Force. You're going to spend your money just bringing your force into the modern era. Let's head in here. What's our surface river? This is the Deutschland. I got the Deutschland right off Nova Scotia. Let's get these guys towards the shipping lanes. Okay, let's take a look and see what we've got going on here. I think that's good for the turn. Wish I could have taken out that unit. But let's end the turn there. Warsaw's gone, so Polish morale collapses. That's going to be the end of the Poland. Been a great success. Molotov. We will gain imports from Russia worth 25 MPPs a turn until we go to war with them. Yeah, we're going to honor it, of course. Yay, Poland's out of the war. Now we can start moving things west. What'd I get for plundering Poland? Oh, looks like quite a bit. At 458 in the money over here. Danzig is now German. Nice. So I'm definitely going to leave a skeleton force. Great. Do we mine it? Oh, great. Foreign Minister, diplomatic success with Yugoslavia. Nice. We're going to push Yugoslavia towards our side. Come to the dark side, Yugoslavia. You know, the other options is trying to push Turkey or Spain. And you know, Turkey might be useful for an invasion of the Middle East and an Africa campaign. So on October 14th, 1939, Poland is down, and now we're into getting ready for the push to France. Let's see what the Allies are going to do. If I can, too bad I can't move around the map right now. It's processing events. Down here it tells you what's going on in the lower left-hand corner is where they're going to tell you what's going on with the game. Oh, looks like we got bad guys over here. that was quick. That was real quick. Yay, Germany celebrates victory over Poland. I took over the Irish ports. De Valera, Irish Prime Minister De Valera. Have you ever seen the movie Michael Collins? It's a great movie with regards to Ireland. I've been to Ireland a couple times, really loved it. But Michael Collins is a great movie about, well, I don't know if it's a great movie, but I liked it for the historical context. De Valera, they really pushed De Valera as kind of being a semi-villain in that movie, because Michael Collins is trying to, you know, he's the mayhem master, and De Valera is just the kind of the inconsistent politician. Well, consistent in a couple of respects, but you know, who kind of changes his in demanding, you know, once the bar gets met, he raises the bar so that Michael Collins can't possibly succeed when Michael Collins has to go and negotiate with the British in London. And so he makes, you know, Michael Collins cuts the best deal he can, and De Valera, you know, oh, it's not good enough. And that's kind of how the movie portrayed it. You know, historically speaking, not sure how it actually really played out, if that's how it really played out or not. But having been in Dublin and seeing the post office there, where there was just a huge, well, a huge battle, but it was a battle between, you know, they occupied it, the rebels occupied it. Axis vessels disrupt merchant shipping. And so, you know, Ireland was a point of contention. France, okay, we've seen all those. Let's get through these, and then we'll call it. The Polish campaign is over, and after just some details of the Molotov. Oh, let's, yeah, just the details. This is a good idea. Okay, so we're going to transfer Lithuania to the USSR's sphere of influence. Yeah, we're going to go for that. I can't remember if it's in Prince Edward Island or somewhere in Nova Scotia. I think it's Prince Edward Island that has those huge tides that are just some of the, you know, largest tides in the world. Okay. Well, I want to thank you for watching the first episode of Strategic Command. I'm hoping to do a series on this, and we'll see how it goes. But please, if you like the content, please like and subscribe. If you want to have ideas on how you want me to carry out the strategy, I'm all ears. I'll be glad to try anything that you come up with. Having played this game a couple times, I'm up. You know, the last time I played I've played about to 1944, and it was clear I was starting to lose. But if you have any ideas about how you want me to play this scenario or this campaign, I'm all for it. Feel free to leave some notes in the comments. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you next time.